name, The Day Shall Come. Did you see it? I did. One sentence summary: the FBI turn people into a threat so they can arrest them. Could you beat the villain? So Anna Kendricks plays Kendra, the FBI agent who's kind of running an operation to turn Moses, the leader of the Star of Six community farm slash church, into Moses, the leader of the Star of Six terrorist network. And Anna Kendra, uh, she does show regret for what she's doing when she realizes that Moses isn't quite all there, but then she continues to like go down the road of pushing him into crimes anyway. So she's the villain. Could have beat her? Well, she's a trained FBI agent. She's got all the body armor and the guns and stuff, but she's only 5'2", which is a height and something that people Google apparently a lot because that was like the first thing I typed in. Anna Kendricks, 5'2". Anyway, so yeah, she's only short, so I reckon one big Spartan kick and she'd be out for the count. She'd be flying away. How do you improve the film? Probably fits with the 100 stories that this is based on, but I am disappointed the White Devils won and there were no actual dinosaurs in the film. Venus is Moses' wife, I believe, and she supports him and his ideological religious lifestyle living at the farm, which is odd because he believed that there was a duck that, well, the devil was talking through a duck most of the time, and then one day God spoke to him through that duck, and that's why he set up the farm and he set up the church and so on and so forth. And Venus backs him up in this, even though she knows he needs to be on medication to stop the voices. So, like, he's doing good work, he's getting people off the streets, he's getting away from drugs and guns and stuff. So maybe that's why she was supporting him. But then when she leaves, she should have at least mentioned, like, to one of the other guys that he needs to take his pills, otherwise he's just going to go off the deep end and something bad's going to happen. Anyway. Also, side note, where would you find a duck in Miami? Anyway, there must be some, but there you go. So Razor is an FBI informant who they use to kind of trick other people into doing crimes. And there's a bit where one of the other FBI informants grabs him by the balls to like intimidate him. Why didn't Razor grab the other guy by the balls and have an intimidation off? I don't know. Speaking of Razor, the FBI send him to a donut shop to supply a weapon to Moses, so Moses will attempt to use the weapon and the FBI can arrest him for it, for being dangerous. Fair enough. But Razor, when Venus sees him, he appears to be like on a date with like a 15-year-old or something like that. So like, why did he bring the kid when he was being paid by the FBI? Seems odd. Anyway, speaking of the other FBI informant dude, whose name I didn't catch, the FBI have a secret meeting with him in like an abandoned building, and it seems like a very insecure location when earlier in the film Razor turns up to the FBI headquarters to have a meeting with them. So I don't know why he didn't do that. Anyway, the ending felt a bit rushed. There's a bit where the Star of Six gang, they're involved in a deal to sell some fake nukes to some neo-Nazis. It's a complicated film. But then it turns out that the neo-Nazis are undercover cops. So they Star 6 guys are allowed to leave because the FBI is still trying to con them into doing a big crime. And then the guys drive to the donut shop, and then that's the big finale. It felt very rushed is what I'm saying. There should have been some space in between. There was some tension built between the FBI and the cops, so like, this is my jurisdiction, no, this is my jurisdiction, all that sort of stuff. But it feels like the FBI could have tried harder to explain to the cops, look, there's no nuclear thing, call off your entire SWAT team and that whole patrol full of or kind of road full of patrol cars, blah, 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 before they declared like a nuclear emergency and it all escalated. Anyway, the undercover cops, when I said they let the Star 6 guys go, I don't know if the Star 6 guys got the 100 grand that they were, doing the deal for. But I do know that they were allowed to keep the crossbow, so I don't know why the cops didn't take the crossbow from them. There you go. There's a bit where Moses recruits a guy, or tries to recruit a guy into his Star 6 church, and the guy's like a street tough, and Moses takes his gun from him, just like the guy's like looking at the pamphlet or whatever, and Moses is like, cha-cha! And what? That guy has terrible situational awareness. Drugs are bad, okay? So are guns. Just remember that. Yeah, but the guy has terrible situational awareness, and like, well, if he was a judge, Dredd would have failed him. But number two, like, he seems to take it very, very well that he's just had his gun taken from him. But anyway, bit odd. Yeah, rating out 5 beers, 3. It was very darkly funny. There was 4 other people in the screening, and I was laughing a lot of the time, and the other people were just sitting there quite shocked. But that's fair enough. Praise be to Black Santa, I guess.